Oh, it was knee length.
Is it Raven or Griff downstairs?
That is definitely Griff. Griff is barking right now.
We love dogs.
Yeah, and they make our lives better.
Yes.
Little furry antidepressants.
Welcome to Knit One Pew Pew. We are a cozy, nerdy podcast where needles click and fandoms collide. I'm Belle.
Loyal.
And we are going to be knitting today and talking to you about some of our favorite nerdy things. I am working on this green thing. I think it's going to be a scarf. Of the knitters here, I would say I have the least amount of experience, but I have excellent help. I am using 100% polyester thread and size 17 knitting needles, so this goes quick. But this might be all of season 1 at the speed I knit.
I am knitting knee socks for myself. Is this a problem?
Yep.
Okay. So I am making some knee socks for myself with this kit from Earth Yarns, I believe. And it's 2 identical skeins. And they're going to be lovely matched, really colorful, stripy socks.
Self-striping yarn.
Self-striping yarn. And it's on size 1.5 with 2.5 millimeter.
It's very small needles.
I like projects made with very small yarn.
She even knit a whole skirt, a kilt with sock yarn.
I did. So yeah, Noro sock yarn.
How long was it?
Oh, it was knee length.
Is it Raven or Griff downstairs?
That is definitely Griff. Griff is barking right now. And so I've been, and I've got a progress keeper so I can see how much I do today.
Oh, that's cute. Is that a honeycomb?
Yeah, a little honeycomb. Isn't it adorable? I really like progress keepers. I got a really cool one. It's like a octopus as well.
Oh, awesome. All right, Mom, what are you working on?
I am making, it has dual purposes. First of all, we're supposed to get some snow this weekend. So these are ear warmers. It's a headband, but you can also just wear it around your neck as a scarf. So it's done with size 13 needles and size 5 yarn. I got it from Pinterest. Somebody, a company called the Snugglery uploaded it. And if you look for it, it's called Chunky Cable Knit Headband.
Nice.
On Pinterest.
Link in description.
So, and it calls for number 6 needles, but I like it a little tighter, so I'm going to do it on size a number 5 yarn, which is just one up from the regular worsted.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I knit all the time. I'm a knit-aholic.
She does.
She does. It's everywhere. We like to walk around at a local, I don't know what you call Canton.
It's a swap meet.
It's a
citywide swap meet.
Like an antique swap meet. Yeah.
Yeah. And Mom sits and knits the whole time. Mom has finished more projects than I've started.
I probably have more stuff on needles.
Yes.
I like to start lots of projects, and I get bored easy. So I go from one project to another project. So this podcast is really good.
She's going to finish all her projects.
Dedicated time for knitting. This is
like you have to knit for the full hour.
I have to knit for the hour. I'm going to start now.
Just to start off, what nerdy thing did you guys go looking? You didn't go looking for it; just kind of stumbled into it. Go ahead and answer it.
Oddly, for some reason I was resistant to Firefly.
Really?
I didn't watch it for years because, I don't know, when things are super popular, it's very difficult. It just makes you suspicious that maybe there's nothing to it. Obviously, it's amazing and fantastic and lovely. And we'll be talking about it in another episode. But I really love Firefly, but I put off it for a long time.
That's funny because it wasn't popular when it came out.
No, but by the time I watched it, had been popular for quite a while.
Yeah, at that point you're like, oh, I could have been cool, but no.
Yes, it was popular. I will say it was really popular with people that I know, which is not the same thing as being popular with most people.
Mom, what about you? What kind of snuck up on you that you're like, oh, I guess I like this?
Well, I had never heard of it before because it's a British show, but Doctor Who. It was the later 70s, and PBS, our local PBS station, started showing the episodes, and it was amazing from the very first episode.
Yeah.
So this was old school Doctor Who, like I said, from the late 70s, but they were actually playing late 60s episodes because John Pertwee was the first Doctor I saw. We were hooked my husband and I were both hooked from the first episode we saw. up until the present day. We really hope it comes back.
So was that what do you mean comes back? Did they cancel Doctor Who?
It has not been renewed.
Okay, this turned out actually kind of low-key cute.
I like that.
This is going to come together pretty nice and quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
lovely.
it looks like I'm fancy because it's so bulky. Her brother had all of the DVDs.
Yeah.
Of Robotech, and I just started watching them once he's. I don't know if it was playing in the background and I was interested, or if we talked about it, whatever it was.
No, we watched several things at our house back then. I
Well,
mean,
you had everything.
yeah.
I mean, you could literally.
Probably not the modern things that you would have expected us to have, but like everything else, yes.
Yeah, they had a DVD collection of just happiness. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So I started watching it there, and then it's very soap opera like, so you can't just stop. You have to keep going. So that nerdy thing really got me started, and then that took me down the animation path because I never watched like Saturday morning cartoons or anything. So that was like, oh wait, there's animation out there I can watch. So I started like ditching school to watch things. I would never be there at first period because I was watching Beast Wars.
Yes, Wars. I got I'm a retired nurse. I worked with kids in bone marrow transplant. One of my 4-year-olds got me hooked on Beast Wars, and I got my son hooked on Beast Wars.
It's very addictive.
It's wonderful.
You look back at it now, and the animation is sort of basic.
Well, they did like a film or something, didn't they?
They did.
And I didn't watch it because my favorite character wasn't there.
It's also
Rat
bad.
Trap.
They didn't have Rat Trap, yeah.
They didn't have Rat Trap.
Who
I
was,
love
like,
Rat
the
Trap.
best.
He was so much fun.
Yeah,
he was so snarky and like I just really
the Transformer cinematic world is very different from the animated world, and it is not focused for kids. Like it's not designed for children. It's designed for adults who loved it as kids to watch it.
Yeah.
But they lost some stuff when they did that. I mean, when they said it was going to be the Beast Wars one, I'm like, awesome.
Yeah,
and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
So
it was a mashup between the modern ones.
And I was just kind of like, yeah, this is not horrible, but not fun.
Although I have to say, Bumblebee was a great movie.
Bumblebee was a fantastic movie. And also, I think like the first two Transformers were fun and kind of campy. They kept that tone of kind of being like, we're giant robots that transform while still giving action junkies like myself the action we love.
Yeah, they were a bit busy.
Yes.
Visually speaking, I think it was hard, especially because because they themselves were so bitty, like lots of bits.
Yeah, the fight scenes were much.
It made it very difficult to see the actual fighting.
Let's talk about like the nerdy things we turn to when we're like emotional. Like if we need to laugh, if we need to cry, what is that?
Okay. Oh no, Mom, go for it because you've got a good story.
Okay, go.
Got a good story about it.
Well, as I said before, I'm a retired nurse and I worked with children undergoing bone marrow transplants. And while without transplant, according to our doctors, only 5% of the children would be alive after 5 years. With transplant, we saved over half of those children, which meant that we also lost a lot of children. So there was a lot of emotional things going on. And of course, as a nurse, you're not showing that at work. And I had an hour drive home, and that was good. But sometimes I just needed something to make me cry. And that person was David Tennant in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
For Family of Blood,
Human Nature. Yeah.
And that man can make me cry every time. So I would
years ago. You used to watch ER as well, right?
Yeah, ER was really good for that too.
Did you ever run into problems where like that's not how that works?
Not for not the first. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first episodes you could actually go on. I had a PDA at the time. You could always. Only pick a diagnosis and go through, and that's exactly how they did. Now later they did shortcut things, but for
dramatic purposes.
Some of the residents that I worked with at Children's Hospital, California, were consultants on the show. So
wow,
yeah,
that was amazing.
So.
The joy of working in California. Everyone you know is related to some kind of media.
Yes. You run into stars all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, they just knock on your doors when you live there now. Anyways, what about you?
I don't tend to watch things when I'm feeling like overwhelmed or anything. So I tend to read because it more engrosses more of my mind, I suppose, because it is a thing that exists entirely in your brain. And So and my sort of candy reading for that is Agatha Christie murder mysteries. I just read.
Are they like comfort items for you?
And they're comfortable because they're in a way that wasn't a genre that existed at the time, but they are like cozy murder mystery sort of things.
Yeah.
It all takes place in the UK and it's all very British and having tea and all of that. So like there's very much that's very much cozy and lovely.
With the exception of The Incredibles, I don't think I've cried at a movie more than once.
Yeah.
Like if you see like a really...
I read that movie too.
Yeah, no, Incredibles. Oh my gosh. When she's on the plane and you're like, oh yeah, no, I used...
When he thinks his family's gone?
Oh, I tend to get with like, gosh, I can't pick one book, but I want to say like I like to go back and read the Narnia books a lot.
Yeah.
Those very much, they like when I'm kind of all over the place, I have severe ADD. When I'm kind of all over the place and I need to just like bring it into one, I'll go and read The Silver Chair. Yeah. Because then I'm like, okay, this isn't about me.
That's a really good.
There's
that's a really good.
Yeah.
Well, and Puddleglum's a great character.
Yeah.
Oh, I really do enjoy the entire Narnia series. I really hope we do a show just dedicated to that because I would love to reread all the books again.
Oh, wow. I reread all of them last year and I'd be happy to do it again.
Yeah, it's a great series. And then for a very long time, it kind of comes in phases. For a very long time, my comfort movie was the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but not any of the parts that had the hobbits in it. Like,
oh, okay.
I was real over those hobbits after 3 times. But everyone else's storyline I really did enjoy.
There are really the harder storylines. Especially with Sam and Frodo, like it's one kick in the face after another.
Yeah, it is. It's sort of like, oh, okay.
Yeah. The other ones have like these small victories that they can like, celebrate and stuff. And they're just like for the long slog. Like,
yeah,
right.
You're like, this is just, you're working on your way to death. That's what we're doing here. And it's so much fun.
Anyway, but you moved away from that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so I moved away from Lord of the Rings. It was Incredibles for a while. My current watch is The Pit on HBO, which is another medical drama show.
Oh, okay.
Mostly because they do this sequence about there's a shooting at a concert, right?
Okay.
And they show what a triage center looks like, and that's very interesting to me. Mm-hmm. But then it also helps me with my writing because I have to get to a place where I'm feeling... To write, I have to feel like there's a sense of urgency or a sense of sadness or a sense of joy. And that show, like I can kind of pull like scenes and be like, that's where it is.
Okay.
And I've watched it enough that I sort of know what I need to watch so I can start feeling a way to write.
Sort of like programming yourself.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I've created a Pavlov reaction so that I can work. Oh.
Hey, it works.
All right. So I know we all have a favorite episode or a favorite thing. What's your favorite episode of XYZ or your favorite book?
Oh, geez. My favorite episode. It's so hard. I made a whole list of favorite Doctor Who episodes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let's go through those.
Okay. So, hands down, the entire Series 16, which was all the Key to Time, the Fourth Doctor, all of those are amazing. My 2 favorites are Rebos Operation and Pirate Planet, but... As far as I'm concerned, that whole season is gold. Yeah.
Who was the writer on that season?
There were various writers, but actually, why can't I think of his name? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Why is my brain not working?
Mine also, is it?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. But you know that he wrote this episode as well.
Your phone's there. I can't see mine.
The only name in my head is Neil Gaiman. That's a modern guy. It's not the same person.
Even born then?
I think so, because he's rather older than...
I totally forgot that American Gods existed until you said Neil Gaiman. And Sandman. Sandman's also good.
I was thinking of Good Omens, but...
Also great. I mean, the TV show is...
The second season was fan fiction. Let's face it.
Was it needed?
But it's like they took their favorite ship and made a season about it. So it's like...
100% that is what happened.
And I reread the book recently because my book club was reading it. Mm-hmm. And... it was such a bizarre thing because they have this whole beginning bit about how they're just not sexual beings.
Yeah.
It's a whole section. And they're not like, and I think and I guess this is a bit of a tangent, but it is something that is prone to happen in fantasy and science fiction is when you have a different kind of being, not taking into account the fact that they're not human.
Yes. Robert,
No, Robert Holmes is one of the writers, but the famous writer of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Why can't I think?
He wrote The Pirate Planet.
I know. Oh.
Leave it in the comments.
I know. You'll be screaming at us now because he's such a famous, and I don't know why the name isn't in my head.
Oh, it's because the camera's rolling?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I love that.
I couldn't remember what the stitch I was doing was.
I'm gonna narrow it down a little bit. Okay, so for the second Doctor, The Mind Robber is probably my favorite. Mm-hmm. It's so ridiculously silly. I really enjoy it. For the third one, it's a toss-up between the Three Doctors, which I really enjoyed, but also The Green Death is quite good. These are storylines though, because old Doctor Who, like there wasn't like a thing for a season for an episode.
Douglas Adams.
What is the matter with me?
Even I knew that name.
If I'm gonna go with,
was it in my head though?
I'm gonna go with the Ninth Doctor. I'm gonna say probably Empty Child. I also love Rose, but I think Empty Child is probably my favorite of his series. Mm-hmm. Family of Blood and Human Nature are on here because they're fantastic. But I also really love School Reunion.
So why is it your favorite?
Which one?
Any of them?
Oh, Human Nature and Family of Blood I love because of how completely, it's entirely, the script is good, but it's entirely down to David Tennant because he does such a beautiful job of being somebody entirely different and so human and so very distinct from himself as the Doctor. And his plea for his life versus the Doctor's life is just gorgeous.
Yeah. I like Blink.
Blink is really, really good.
Even though it's a Dr. Light episode.
It's very well written.
Really good.
Is that the...
That's what the angel...
Weeping Angels.
No, it's not. That is... Okay, first of all, the definitive line of what horror should look like, right? It's not about, there's blood everywhere. Whatever, I get it. I love horror. But it's very much like... It's that psychological play, oh, wait. Or the one where they have the things on their arm.
Oh, yeah.
That one also.
Oh, yeah.
Same feeling where you're
silence.
Yeah, the silence. You're very much it's just, I think Doctor Who does a beautiful job of walking all genres. I mean, obviously, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, romance, handles all those love relationships, whether they're romantic love or familial love with his companions. I just really love they do that. But Blink, I had nightmares, and I watched it as a grown-up, and I had nightmares about Weeping Angels.
Well, it came out when we were grown-ups.
I know, but still, you shouldn't be having nightmares about fiction pieces.
Well, but the author would be very proud of that because he loved taking ordinary things and making them scary.
Yes.
Like Silence in the Library.
Yeah.
Now you're afraid of shadows because you might get eaten because you see the little dust motes. Those are the creatures in there that's going to eat you. Yeah. He just loved to take ordinary things and make them scary. Whatever he could scare his kids with, that's what he's going to write about.
And also such a beautiful introduction of River Song.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's just...
Absolutely. I would say that, honestly, her two strongest episodes are her first and her last.
Yes.
That 100%. One and the Husbands of River Song, those are both really well done as far as the story between the two of them. Mm-hmm. And I really like those.
And I was really happy that it happened with Peter Capaldi because I loved his Doctor.
And he got kind of the short end of the stick because the writing during his time was not amazing.
But he was amazing.
I loved what he did with it. Mm-hmm. I think that he got a raw deal.
Yep.
So what's your favorite book, video, episode?
Oh, I have so many. There's one that I would really like to see somebody make into a miniseries. It's a fantasy book. It's called Magic Kingdom for Sale. Sold. It's got such a great, unusual premise that this man who's had some devastation in his life is just fed up with life here, and he answers an ad in a high-end department store catalog that you could buy this magic castle. You could buy this land, this actual. You would be the king of it. And he goes back and forth, and he finally says, I'm just going to go for it. And it turns out to be absolutely true.
Really?
Yeah. Now there's twists, of course, but Yeah, there's a magician. He's got his aide de camp is a man who has been turned into a dog accidentally by the magician who can't turn him back into a human. And there's creatures that come, and there's a fairy princess that he falls in love with, and it's a series of books. But the main book, the first one, is just great writing. It's Terry Brooks, and it's it's just beautiful. I like Terry Brooks books in general, but Magic Kingdom for Sale is fantastic.
Can I ask what? Because I know you told me about your parents. I don't think they were especially like nerdy or geeky kind of people. What got you into geeky and nerdy things in sci-fi?
My friends in high school, I hung out with nerdy geeks. One of my friends would be in the library without a chessboard in front of him and be playing three other people in the library at a distance with people just running back and forth, telling him what the other person had just moved. And he'd tell them what to move, and he'd win all three with no chessboard in front of him. He's just all doing this in his head. Those are the kind of people I hung out with in high school. They were all, brilliant nerds. And I never thought of myself as a brilliant nerd, but they liked me. They liked me.
You are a brilliant nerd. You're brilliant.
Grandpa, though, while he wasn't nerdy, he did have special interests.
Oh, yeah. Well, he gave me a book that's to read that he had read that he really liked. And on it, the cover, it said, soon to be a major motion picture. It was Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was before.
Was the book better?
It was just slightly different.
Oh, okay.
It was just slightly different. But it was...
I didn't even know there was a book before the movies.
Yeah, soon to be a major motion picture.
Wow. Was it written by George Lucas?
I don't remember.
Well, now I'm curious. What was the first Star Wars? Because there's so many now. Like they have, just infinite amount of Star Wars books.
Yeah. Well, this was.
I've not tried reading any of them. Are they even good?
I've read one.
It's not encouraging that you read one.
Last question on this: what is one opinion you have about nerdy culture that you're not going to move on? You're very stubborn about. Why don't you start, Mom?
Oh, well, there's a lot of series of books that I like. The Wheel of Time, Chronicles of Narnia, Hobbit. Well, that's one book, but the Lord of the Rings, Magic Kingdom for Sale series by Terry Brooks. There's just a lot. But one of the things that I will die on this hill is that the Narnia books have to be read in the order they were written.
Yes.
Not chronologically.
Yes.
Because if you read the other books before The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, nothing is fantastic or mystical or magical or surprising.
No.
I can't even envision reading them. It's because to me it feels like you explore Narnia through the books.
Yeah.
Like so you're supposed to get to that part at that point because by the time you get to Caspian, you are like, oh, I have more questions now, right? And they get answered.
Yes.
I'm with you on that one. I also don't believe that we should be reading. I don't think we should be harassing our authors. Okay, leave George R.R. Martin alone. There may never be another Game of Thrones books, and that's fine. You can figure out how it ends on your own. There was a series. I also think we shouldn't publish works of authors that they don't want.
Oh yeah.
I know this is my Jane Austen hill, guys, but I think, am I grateful that we have those in our lives, that we have that poetry and her amazing writing? Yes, I am. But as a writer, please don't. Do not share my Google Drive with anyone. I've got stuff on there that I've started and went, this is horrible, and then just left it there to remind myself to be humble. So I think if an author doesn't publish something, I don't think it's ever okay to publish their personal letters without their permission.
Well, and that's what, her sister burned her letters. I mean, that's how important their privacy was to them.
Yeah, and it's just, What about you?
People should treat characters that aren't human as not human. To not try to make them fully human. I know that they need to be relatable, but at the same, but honestly, I don't think that's the one I'm going to go with, because I think more important to me is when people adapt things. If you are adapting something, I'll talk to you. If you are adapting something, you are not more important than your source material.
Preach.
And so what the source material is what was commissioned because people like it. And so if you want to put your stamp on it, you go write something else or you go with some other new work. But if you want to tell the story through a lens of you, cool. But you're not more important than the story.
I think
that was a little aggressive. I'm sorry. I guess I have a very interesting example.
Okay. Probably better than mine.
Because it's the same person who did both things.
Oh, okay.
The same people, technically. Mm-hmm. The Lord of the Rings films are done with an immense respect for the source material. And you can tell. I mean, there are things that, they did Faramir dirty, and there's a couple of things, but for the most part, it really is like, it shines through. These people love this story. Mm-hmm. The Hobbit was an atrocity.
It was.
And it even goes with the other point I was making about making non-human characters act like humans, because the two people who played a dwarf and an elf were human and they were attractive humans. They should be attracted to each other. Dwarf women have beards. Mm-hmm. And that's what they find attractive.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry. It's an awful. The two actors did a lovely job. It should never have happened.
Some of my favorite actors are in The Hobbit.
Oh yeah,
I love it. And
no, they're great.
And I really like Smaug. But I think the whole Dragon's Horde scene is beautifully done. But the rest of the movie happened,
and it was putting too much of the makers of it on top of the story.
So has anyone here watched the Lord of the Rings series on Prime?
Oh, you mean you were watching
Rings of Power.
Rings of Power. You were watching. Yeah. I didn't, because I was nervous I'd be mad.
Would she have been mad?
It is what it is. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I have the second season's more than the first. Mm-hmm. I am sad that the Anatar character, that actor didn't decide to go forward with it. The new guy's fine.
Yeah.
But I really liked the original guy. But I enjoy it. Now, I have a little thing against it. Because its budget is, I'm sure, why my Wheel of Time series was not brought forward. Thank you very much.
A very popular series.
Yes.
I loved Wheel of Time. I've watched Wheel of Time. I haven't watched Ring of Power. I
have read all 15 now with the New Spring 5 times. And those books are... But I love those stories. I love those characters. Robert Jordan did an impeccable job. I mean, he's not the perfect writer, but the stories are compelling and the characters are compelling. And to keep that many characters, there was 200 something main characters.
Yeah.
So, good golly.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. Because you have new characters in every realm that they go to. So, and
you've tried to describe some of it to me before. And I got a little lost.
But anyway, I like the Rings of Power. It's okay. I mean, I know a lot of people have problems with some of the science of it. Like when they all
sorry, I had to pick up. Go ahead.
Survived the volcano erupting and stuff, but yeah, Galadriel's just standing there, and all she did is ash on her.
I could do 5 episodes on the physics of movies.
Yes,
and just cried about it.
In the end, though, I mean, it's all part of our, suspension of disbelief. It's part of telling these kinds of stories.
Yeah. So I kind of have this sort of tie-in question. It seems like things are becoming verses now, right? So like there's the Star Wars verse and there is Marvel verse and DC World and all that stuff. And while I feel like that is, oh no, okay, wait, what? I'm so good. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, just your loop there.
There we go. I'm just going to pull this through and then
I'll
finish talking because it's a thought and I can't have independent
you
thought and creativity at the same time. Okay. Do you think there are pieces of fantasy or any kind of like fiction that maybe don't need a universe? Like, I want to use the Star Wars universe because I really thought it was good with the 3 episodes. Like, we didn't need to go farther, but apparently we went backwards, forwards, we filled in the holes, we've got whole side series.
But that was the original intent.
Okay.
Because
which is probably why it works.
New Hope is listed as number 4 from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So he was telling the middle stories, and then was going to tell the first 3. And then
another thing we should dig into, because this is very related to the Star Wars universe, is how much of things that we watch when we were younger are great, and how much of it is nostalgia. Because that is a huge thing nowadays with the prequels, is people who grew up with it having very fond memories of it, whereas most of us who were adults were very disappointed in it when it came out.
Yes. So there's a couple things I would say.
You and I were barely adults when it came out, but we still were.
I will say there are problems with the prequels, period. Yeah. But there's also problems with the middle 3. Like, they leave in her name. Like, it's just, there's a lot of things where we didn't really quite try. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, let's just get it out. And it does feel like that. But I like the world building in Star Wars. I like seeing the other characters. And of course, as media evolves, story writing evolves right alongside it, or rather script writing does. So I think the Star Wars universe maybe isn't the best plan. I was actually more thinking more Rings of Power. Is it staying true to the vision, or is it like a fanfic someone's writing?
It's supposed to be from the, what is it, the appendices?
Yeah, the appendices, because they only have access to certain things.
Yeah, because they didn't get like all of the rights.
Right, because there's the books, and then there's the appendices, and then the Silmarillion.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Silmarillion is, it can be a little heavy to wade through, because it's written in a totally different style, but it's like all the backstory it tells about the original fall, pre-Sauron.
Okay.
Because Sauron was the lieutenant of somebody else.
Okay.
But it's almost more, I can't remember if I'm wrong, Mom. I think you've delved into it more than I have, but isn't it more almost like entries in an encyclopedia rather than just like telling a cohesive story?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is like the lore book for how I built this world?
Yeah, but he had written part of it, but his son finished it.
Oh, okay.
Was it Christopher, I think, isn't he? He finished it, and he's a very different writer than his father. But I really enjoyed the Silmarillion. It's nice to know those, and this talking about the Silmarils were gemstones that. Anyway,
every universe has stones that cause problems.
Yeah. Well, these only cause problems because they kept getting stolen.
I'm say this jewelry is an issue in fantasy.
Yeah. But. Anyway.
Probably The Hill I'll Die On. There's actually 2 of them. One, Thanos was right. And number 2 is that The Dark on Netflix is the worst time loop movie in the world. You cannot convince me otherwise.
I haven't seen it.
You don't have to. You don't have to. I mean, though, you do speak enough German that maybe you could tell me if the subtitles were correct. But it's probably... And I know that the conceit of time loop is that going back to fix the problem, you actually cause the problem. Yeah. But I don't like how they do it. And I do not know what it is about it. But that is a hill I'll die on. That, and Thanos was right. We definitely need to be less consumptive.
I would say that time travel as a concept is tricky.
Yes.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Because like my theory is that you could time travel. Like if it was possible to time travel, it wouldn't matter what you did because what you did already happened.
Exactly.
So that's kind of my thoughts about it. And I mean, don't come at me in the comments for it, but that is my general theory of time travel.
Well, I also think there's a certain conceit to time travel, right? First of all, that we can control the natural forces like that is hilarious.
Yeah.
Very, very man-made concept. But also, it's just, if we didn't say, oh, that happened in the past, or oh, it happens in the future, if we just said, oh, that happened and now I was wrong or I'm moving on, we might all be happier. Instead of having to go back and fix our wrongs, we could say, I was wrong and I'll move forward.
Well, and I've made so many mistakes in my life and I've misspent some of my time and stuff, but that's made me who I am and given me the experiences that I've had. So I wouldn't really want to stop that. Like, what if I'd been better in college? I wouldn't have had the experience with you guys and all the friends we met when we started going to college.
And then you probably would have ended up with Wales.
I'm probably not, because I probably would have stayed with acting in the end.
Yeah.
But and maybe I would have had a psychotic break. And there's horrible things that could have happened to me.
Wow, how went sideways.
Oh no, I mean that is I think that is a very real possibility if I had stayed with acting.
I think that is.
I think that's how her. She's past that now.
Yeah.
But because her brain is wired as an artist, she is at the late teens up to early 30s wired to have a psychotic break.
It's kind of, it feeds your later characters. Is that a horrible thing to say?
But she was very, very wise and self-aware to know that she didn't like who she was becoming as an actress. And everybody loves her as a stage manager.
I didn't like.
She's an amazing stage manager.
I didn't like
this lighting, all her. This set, all her.
I
just showed up with a camera.
I didn't like how removed I was becoming from myself.
You are always very aware of how you.
I'm probably more self-aware than is healthy, but
Yeah, you're much more.
I don't know.
Like I never really played characters that had lines. I played physical acting characters, and I love them. I still love physical.
What was
comedy.
it? Was it the lorikeet or whatever?
No, I was the lorry. I was the lorikeet.
Oh my
and then
gosh,
before that, I was the
so
caterpillar.
good.
That was probably my favorite role ever. There are a lot of releases coming out this year.
Oh, yes.
And Mom kind of wanted to talk about the advertising campaign behind Doomsday.
Oh well, it just seems so weird. Last year they had this chair event where for hours and hours they just would focus. They had all these director chairs with actors' names on the back, and this is their way of announcing some of the actors that were going to be in the movie. And so they'd show them a chair, and it would be just on there, and then minutes, 15, 10, 15, 20, as they move to the next chair. And there'd be another actor's name. And they did this all day. And then at the very end, there was Robert Downey Jr. And he came and sat down in the chair and did a shh to us and then walked off. And that was it.
That's very Robert Downey Jr.
So, was this before we knew that he was going to be Doom? I can't remember.
No, we didn't know. Because they announced that at a Comic-Con.
Okay.
No, we knew that.
Okay.
But then now they have these short little vignettes in front of Avatar Fire and Ash. And they changed it every week. And that's where you could see it first. Days later, they'd release it on YouTube. But, so you had the first one was with Steve Rogers and shows him holding a baby. Okay. And then the second one was Thor, and he was praying to Odin something about his daughter, Love. And then the third one was, I had this all. Because the fourth one was with the Wakandans and the Fantastic
was
Four.
Then was the X-Men?
The
I think that's what you said.
Yeah.
That one of them was X-Men.
Yeah, and with Xavier and Magneto were playing chess, and Magneto's talking about, if we're going to die, who do you want to be when you close your eyes, sort of thing. And then you see, it was great. Everybody went nuts over Cyclops just letting rip with his vision, heat vision.
Was it old Magneto or new Magneto?
It was
Magneto was off screen.
Patrick Stewart.
No,
they were on there. It was Patrick Stewart and
Ian McKellen.
There it is. I couldn't remember it. Kind of like I couldn't remember that other name. I should know this.
Yeah. So it was those two, and then I couldn't tell who was playing Cyclops because he was blasting stuff out of his eyes. So
it'd be hard to tell. Yeah. Hard to tell with like.
And then in the fourth
energy.
one was Shuri was walking along. You saw her from behind, and she's in this desert area, and you see Namor's in there, and some flashes of him and stuff. And she's talking about how she's lost everybody that she's loved. And then all of a sudden, you see M'Baku is introducing himself as the king, and he's actually, then it shows the camera, he's introducing himself to Ben Grimm.
Okay.
So, and the way it's framed, you can tell Ben Grimm here's the screen, and Ben Grimm's over here. So they've whited out something in the background.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries.
So.
Yeah, I'm not sure the staff of power is gonna be able to stay there.
Well,
I just like it a lot.
Run out of yarn eventually, so. I'll just hold it and
Big knitting needle.
Yeah, I didn't bring another skein of yarn, so we're shooting a few more episodes today. We'll see what happens.
Anyway,
I don't know, guys. The first run up to Endgame was so good. Mm-hmm. It was so good.
Yeah,
and then it's kind of like
they did lead with their strongest characters.
Iron Man.
Huh?
No, he's great.
Yeah.
But like at the time, he wasn't really an IP that was getting much play.
No, but in the in the comic books, he was a very powerful character. We're talking. I'm not talking about their like sale value. I'm talking about like their stronger characters, like and so they've led with a lot of them, and even some of the stranger choices like Guardians of the Galaxy. Which nobody expected them to do Guardians of the Galaxy. Although then, of course, it was amazing.
The third one was rough. We don't have to talk about it.
It was very difficult to watch. It was a good movie, but it was so hard. Yeah. Because it was so emotional. I cried. That's probably the last film I cried in. I definitely cried in it. I think both times I saw it. Yeah,
I love that you went twice. I barely made it through once. Mm-hmm. My mom's like, I had to walk out. It's just the world's a little too much for me to have that kind of movie too. Which I get. I mean, if
but it's all. And sadly, I mean, they're not changing them genetically, but it's all reality. It's people experimenting on animals, and it's a really awful practice, and it should be stamped out.
It was well done. I don't know. I loved it up to Endgame. I thought Endgame was fantastic. And, it was sort of this cultural experience we were all going with. And now we're expanding again, and it doesn't seem to have the same momentum. I don't know if we're as burnt out on Marvel or what, but I don't know.
We're a lot more used to the
looking forward to
the films.
And again, another place where there's universe, right? So it's not just the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and there's the Disney Plus shows and all the cartoons, and you can dive for days and just constantly be entertained.
I mean, I don't know how it's going to go, but I am interested to see how they integrate mutants, since they had to keep them separate for so long. I'm interested to see how that goes. I don't know. I mean, it could go either way, but I'm interested.
I agree with you. I'm looking forward to seeing that piece because I love the X-Men. I think they are part of the greater Marvel world where you have to address this.
Yeah.
I watched Avengers Ultron recently, and they call the mutants enhanced.
Yeah, because they hadn't yet.
Yeah. We weren't really ready to commit to.
Well, they didn't have access. They couldn't do it legally.
And I literally cheered when I was watching Ms. Marvel.
It was so good.
When her friend comes up and says, I was really looking at your blood work, and you've got a mutation, and they had the sting from the X-Men.
Okay, Ms. Marvel is by far one of the best TV shows. Period. Like, it's a good TV show. It's a great Marvel TV show, and it's like, we got that. We can laugh and have fun at the same time. Piece.
The young lady who plays her, I don't want to butcher her name. She's us up there acting. She's a fangirl that got to play.
And it's a fangirl. She's a fangirl playing a fangirl. Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's very good.
One of the reasons why David Tennant and Peter Capaldi made such good doctors is because they were fans.
Yes.
Yeah. As children, they loved it. Mm-hmm. They were both members of the fan club when they were kids.
Yeah. That's fabulous. I love the idea of David Tennant being a fan member and being like, hey guys, listen, on the boards, just like the Red Channel, guys, I did it. I'm going to be the Doctor Who.
Yeah. Well, he wrote a thing that in school that's what he wanted to do when he grew up.
Wow. That's amazing. Truly a great actor. He was wonderful in Who. He was wonderful in Broadchurch. He did a piece on a show a couple of years ago that I loved that I can't remember, where he played a priest. Mm-hmm. And it was really well done. I liked it all. Cool. Yeah, he's fabulous. I love the bits he did with Catherine Tate is my favorite companion.
Oh, she's so good.
I love Catherine Tate. And
she's so good.
She was so there for the Doctor. She wasn't there for herself.
No.
Yeah.
And so she was so much better a person when she was with the Doctor because she had purpose. And he valued her so much.
Yeah, she was.
That's another time I cried is when he had to take her.
Oh, so bad. I just got goosebumps saying that.
Yeah. I can feel it like on my body. Your whole body is just like, I was there. It was bad.
Oh man.
Oh, it was rough.
It was worse than when than when he had to leave Rose behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm golden. I'm gonna be fine. All right. Well, that's episode 1. Our favorite things. I made this much progress.
Oh, okay. I made this much progress. About an inch. About an inch.
How much progress did you make?
I made this much progress. Because I only had done the one repeat there.
Hold it to the camera.
Sorry. I mean, I had started with this.
Okay.
So I made this.
So you
progress.
doubled yours.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to run into problems later today because I'm out of thread yarn. I'll take it off straight over.
So it's a headband or ear warmer. It's got cables in the middle.
So cute. This, based on the amount of yarn I have, might just be
A pillow.
it's something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. At least I knit it. That's the goal.
You can make a pillow out of that.
Yeah, you could.
Thank you. Also, please subscribe if you want. Leave a comment. Tell us if you like this or not. And thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, I hope all your projects get finished.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Ow. All right, now we swap.